Alright, so basically this is just going to be a quick instructional video on how to take apart a Thompson Center Venture bolt. I got a new Thompson Center Venture last fall, and if your Venture is anything like mine, then the bolt came full of packing grease or preservative or whatever it was. So if you want to ensure reliable functionality of your rifle, you got to clean that out. Now, when Thompson Center released the Icon, they actually included a tool that went with the bolt to help you take it apart. When they started producing the Venture, they didn't include that tool anymore, but you can still take it apart without using that tool. Just takes a couple extra steps that you'll probably be able to do with things you just find lying around your workshop or garage. So basically to start, we just have to remove the bolt here. This little button right here on the side will do that. Just pressing the button, the bolt slides right out. Okay, so once you have the bolt out of the rifle, the next thing you have to do is decock the bolt. And the way you do this without it being in the gun is you're going to take the cocking piece back here and you're going to move it from here to over here. And the easiest way to do that is just to grab a paper towel, grip it firmly, and twist. It's not too hard to do. And you'll know you had it decocked when your firing pin is just protruding out of the rifle like that. So once it's cocked, basically once it's decocked, here's basically where the tool that Thompson Center used to include came in. What you have to end up doing is push this part downward to compress the firing pin spring in there. And basically what they included was a little ring that fit this real perfect, and just you could push down with it like that. Without that ring, it's really hard to do. And what I'm going to use is just this little thing that I found lying around. It's just the right size. You could do it with anything like that, or even if you had a pair of 2x4s, you could just probably put the bolt right between those and have it work. But all I'm going to do here is just kind of stuff the paper towel in there to prevent it from scratching the bolt. And what you do is just push down real firm, and then when you're pushing down, you'll just slide the bolt handle right out. If you're pushing down, it'll come out real easy. Now that the bolt handle is out, you just pull it right apart like that. And that's really all there is to getting the bolt apart. Once you're going to have it apart, you'll be able to clean out the inside. That's where most of the grease is. And of course, put some new and fresh oil on the spring here. Okay, so putting the bolt back together once you have it all cleaned is just as simple and easy as taking it apart in the first place. So what you're going to do to put it back together, simply take your firing pin spring and assembly, slide it right back into the bolt body, and right back down into this little notch here where you had it when you first decocked the bolt. It should just slide right back in there and not take too much effort to do so. So then you're going to pop the bolt handle back in the same way you got it off. So you're going to take it, somehow compress your spring, and you're going to want to look on your bolt body for a little divot right there. On your bolt handle, the same notch is there. You may have to make sure that they're lined up with each other, and that's how you know that your bolt handle is going to go right back into the bolt. So take it, compress your spring, and slide the bolt handle right back in. Once your bolt handle's in, your bolt is locked back together. Now, in order to get it back into the rifle, you have to recock the bolt. You do that, of course, just the opposite way that you decocked it. So you just take it, wrap it with something to protect your hands from the sharp edges, and just twist both sides. Eventually, once you get a good grip on it, you'll cock it right back into place. Okay, so now that we have our Venture's bolt all put back together, all we have to do now is slide it back into the rifle and perform a function check. Make sure that everything went back into place the same way it came out. And there you have it. Your bolt's all clean and going to perform much more reliably now than it did when it was full of grease. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.